Well, the girls all came in with their wigs on a head, and you just pulled out a bag.
We're getting ready for that runway, and like I just like popped this wig on, and like it was sideways, and I looked in the mirror and I was like,
Kind of.
kinda. I don't know.
I love that.
I think it's gonna stay.
It is so, that is so inspiring to have that kind of an attitude.
You psychopath.
Oh, diva.
Our number is 213-536-9180. Our email is sloppysecondspot@gmail.com. Now on with the show. Feed the birds. Hi, you slop, you stupid little you nasty little you dirty little Welcome to Sloppy Seconds with Big Dipper and Meatball. Meatball, and that's Big Dipper.
Sup, bro?
Nothing, bro.
Give him the old gun show, bro. You were this. The gun show. How are
I
you?
keep my gun in my...
That's right. That way the drug dogs can't smell it.
No, they smell my nose. They eat my boogers.
What?
You know when you get cocaine in your booger?
Just give me a bug. Just give me a bug.
Just give me a bug, please.
Sister, you have been through it.
I'm not doing well. My nail beds are... I've been in drag for basically 10 days straight. Sorry, y'all. Y'all don't deserve it. My skin was stained red this morning. And like around my lips was like stained red.
Hashtag booked. Hashtag.
In 2 days, I just washed my face and didn't even unglue my brows. I just went to bed with them glued
They're
down.
still glued now.
Oh, God.
What
about the birds?
Should you feed them? Are you going to feed them?
We should feed the birds. Hello. Thank you for joining us on Sloppy Seconds here on our YouTube channel. And don't forget to like and subscribe and ring that bell.
Baby, subscribe to the channel. Get those notifications.
Yeah. You dumb.
All right. Thank you for being here. Let's get into our guest today.
Today's guest is a country camp queen who turned big hair, chunky heels, and questionable taste into high art. I didn't write this. She went from doing drag in her bedroom. No, she went from doing drag at Exposure. Using, what was it? You used to use just like stuffing as pads. So I remember that day. And you were like, I don't know.
Loose.
And it hasn't gotten much better. Yeah.
She went from doing drag in her bedroom to making the season 18 Drag Race finale and winning all of our hearts. She's corny, glamorous, and gloriously unhinged. Please welcome Trash! Darlene Mitchell!
Is her name?
Trash, the government name.
Wow.
Don't that name her. Not here.
How are you, Darlene?
I'm great. How are you?
Well, I'm great. Thank you so much for being here.
Of course.
This
Yeah,
is a pleasure.
I'm really excited to be here. This is like one that I have been really, really excited to be a part of,
Well,
especially because of you,
yeah,
Diva
because
doll,
you
right here.
two, y'all two go back.
Yeah, we go way back.
Way back.
To just drinking in a... What was that room?
What was that room?
You said Exposure, and it was literally like flashbacks.
No,
like,
oh my God.
I have so many flashbacks to Exposure. I remember one night I was, because remember we would park at the CVS across the street,
Yes.
which you weren't supposed to do. And one night they, I guess, called and were trying to tow my car.
It's a Rite Aid, and now it is a
Yeah.
Ross Dress for Less.
Oh, we could have just gone there.
I could have just got ready
They
there.
actually need to do that for an Exposure night, because that Ross is open till like 10 or 11 at night. They should have all the queens show up.
That'll work.
No outfit, fully beat, give them all $50 and be like, come back and do a show.
That
Anyways,
was my
tell your story,
like
sorry.
challenge drag at Drag Race.
Yes.
Truly.
I don't remember. I was just running. I was trying to run across to like stop them before it got on the truck. And I just remember I fell and like a bunch of rocks like ended up in my knee.
Oh my God.
And the guy was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Just put my car down."
And is this in full meatball drag?
Well, I was like, remember when I used to just be golden shiny? I was no wig, but like maybe a wig cap on and just full body.
Oh, I
like,
love.
wrong shaped body.
So
a type of body.
Yeah.
All bodies?
Because I used to just pad my sides and not the back.
What part of your sides?
Because I'm round.
No.
How does a circle
No.
have sides?
Top side or the hip side?
Hip sides, and then I would do the bra with the stuffing.
Okay.
Do you remember the era? So I used to be like a pole. Like I used to be
Still
Used to be.
well,
just saw you get dressed.
even tinier, skinny, and then I would wear these like giant pads. Do you remember that era where I had the fattest? So then, like now, all the girls now are like, "You don't pad. Like, why don't you?" I was like, "Girl, I had my era.
We went through it.
I flew too close to the sun with the pads.
That's crazy.
like, One night, I remember one night in West Hollywood, and you could never get away with this now. I did Latrice Royale wait. And I was like, but baby, the pads.
The pads. Oh my God, remember having to perform at Flaming Saddles? Like,
yes.
on
and
that
that's where
table?
it was.
Yes,
and that's where it was.
And then the only way to get up, they just like brought in these like Home Depot like stairs that you rolled up.
Literally
ladders.
like, and you just trusted that it was like locked.
Yeah.
Because they would just roll this like ladder up to that like high bar. It was literally like a tree trunk.
Tree
like
trunk table.
A tree trunk table.
Not very big and no guardrails,
No,
right?
and no guardrails. And they wanted you to walk back and forth across it.
Drunk in high heels. Drag is crazy.
That's why I had those pads on in case,
It's like, have you seen those vests they give elderly people that are actually airbags? That's what your pads are.
Yes.
And be like,
Oh
damn,
my
she's
God.
thick. Wait, so stuffing, all different types of pads. It was a very DIY moment at the beginning.
Oh yeah.
We all were.
Oh yeah.
What made you want to start?
Start like just drag in general?
Yeah.
I think I just like was craving that sort of just like expression.
Yeah.
Like, and when I first moved to LA, which was like 2013, 2014, I was just literally like locking myself in my bedroom with like CVS makeup and just like hoping for the best. And then when I thought like it was giving enough, then I just headed out to Exposure and like
Met
West
the girls.
Hollywood.
Yeah.
And at that point, do you remember Here Lounge?
Yes.
Okay,
Wow.
so I would go to Here Lounge a lot, and there was what was the other one? Rage. Right, and then they were like, "Do you want to be the door girl? Like on Tuesday, do you want to be the door girl and hand out beads for free?" And I was like, "Baby, I've made it. Like
I am the star,
like,
honey.
I am the star."
Yeah.
And then at that point, like started doing gigs at Exposure with all the girls there, and kind of fell into that crowd, and that's where it started.
Was there someone, like when you first locked yourself in the bedroom and you were experimenting with the CVS products, was there someone out in the world that you were like modeling after or seeing? Like what made you pick
I think
that
like
up?
I was like really, really inspired by Alaska. Alaska has always been at the top of the food chain for me.
Yeah.
Like that is like
The doll?
I've just always loved her style of drag. So I always knew that like I wanted to, do something like that. And also Trixie had just, what season was that? Season 7?
7.
I think 7 was airing, I think, when I was like starting. I think that's right. So yeah, Trixie had a huge part in that. Pearl.
What? Wait, why is it an egg?
Yeah.
She's just Pearl be purling.
Pearl be purling. Wait, who about you? Which ladies were you looking up to?
I loved Latrice.
Uh-huh.
I loved Trixie, but I had started drag at that point. But I was very into like Latrice and Morgan McMichaels, strangely.
Yes.
Because when we would go on Monday nights to Mickey's for Showgirls, Morgan was like the girl.
Mm-hmm. Morgan?
If she even looked at you, you were like, "Oh, I'm in."
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm in. I remember getting into drag just to go out to go see her and be like,
Morgan turns the
She's
fucking
such a great lip
party.
sync,
Yes. And I was telling some of the younger queens at Drag Race, we were like talking about like our like local scenes and stuff, and I was like, y'all don't understand what it was like when you could go out in West Hollywood on a Monday night show and you would see Morgan McMichaels performing down.
Yes.
You would be able to get like this close to
And she
Raven.
would give you
Yes.
And it felt like school. Like there were some nights when I would literally just go by myself and stand in the back and literally just feel like I was almost like taking notes, being like, okay, I put this there, I do this color there. You know what I mean? Like, well, yeah, it literally felt like school. Yeah, well, maybe different color.
Maybe a little lighter than Raven. But back then Raven was still white. I remember the first time I went to Mickey's, I saw Latrice, Morgan, Raven, and I think it was like Valentina, but before the show.
Yeah.
And I was just like, damn, this is a stacked lineup.
Oh yeah.
Now you don't get that over there.
And when you were like,
you get a stacked lineup, but it's just it's girls from recent seasons.
You haven't done it yet, have you?
No, I've never done.
No,
Showgirls.
but it's like the 13s and above.
Remember that one time Trixie came to Exposure? And all the girls, you're like, no.
Yeah.
I just remember
I'm like,
A polite
girl-
nod. That silent polite nod was crazy.
You could just say, no, I don't.
She goes,
No, I remember Delta hosting there a handful of times, and that felt like
We were
like
all-
graced with like
yes.
the
'Cause
ultimate
then,
celebrity.
Then we had to get ready outside.
yeah,
In the parking lot.
They said-
but I do not remember Trixie.
She never hosted. She came and just like watched the show one time, and all the girls were in the back, like, "Oh my god, this is it! This is it! Like Trixie's here!
What
oh my
is
god.
it?
Exactly? What were they?
I do
excited
remember
for?
when. Do you remember when
you were
Kesha
like,
came?
I run a show.
Oh yeah, Kesha came.
Kesha was in the audience once.
Oh, and did everyone try to do their Kesha mix?
And then at that point, like the one that I was like performing a lot then, because that's before I locked myself back in the house. Was Praying. When that song came out, that was my.
The big note. The big note.
And then I found out that Bella did it that night, and I was like, what? Yeah.
And now they're all on tour with Kesha.
Yeah.
This is it.
I love that.
Yeah.
So what made the change from
The change
The-
how Darlene came
how
to be.
Darlene came to
Yeah.
be? Because you took quite a break,
Yeah.
and she
So,
was
like,
she was cooking the whole time.
Yeah. Yes. She's
Now we're in different places.
yeah.
Someone's touring the world in Australia.
Yeah.
I just got back from Long Beach.
Yeah.
Yuck.
Long Beach was amazing, by the way.
But so like when I was, I don't mean how long was I trash? Handful of years.
Handful of years.
falling
Only time will
down
tell.
staircases all over
Oh my
LA.
god.
And the precinct stairs were always my biggest
Oh,
enemy.
girl.
Always my
I
biggest
take
enemy.
the elevator
better in
now.
the
I'm
back.
old.
And I think like after I became sober,
Yeah.
I like pulled back from nightlife a lot because I was like trying to figure out how drag still fit into my life and like how that would shake out.
Yeah.
And then there was a few years where I just used my name when I just used Blake.
Yeah.
And like I changed like my Instagram, even like got rid of the trash queen. It was just Faces by Blake.
Mm.
And I was just doing like
Faces
photo.
by Blake.
Faces by
But it was,
Blake.
you need to go back and look because
No.
it was like a ton of different.
I remember
it was
this
like a
moment.
art
There were, like,
project.
installations
I would
on
just
your
do
face.
like well even like Jane from our season, like every once in a while, like I'll get likes on like things from like 2018. I'm like, "Oh, are you okay? Like, aren't you booked tonight? Like what?" And then but she's like, "I've never witnessed a queen that had this many eras and just like, you explored it all." And
there's
so
something
that's
cool-
really like what that was.
But those
for
were
me.
so cool.
Thank
It
you.
was like really cool to see someone changing their look. Something I would never do.
yeah.
But it's also cool that you didn't feel stuck.
Right.
Like that you were like, well, I made a change in my life. I want to do something different.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to completely put this
Mhm.
away, and I'm going to
And you had a
adapt
hot
this.
man at home.
And I had a hot man.
So what's the point of
Oh my
leaving?
god! The other day, I was scrolling through my own Instagram and I found a video where you had like face swapped with
Oh,
Brandon.
yeah.
Do you remember that video? And you were like, "Trash, it's Meatball."
I'm
Or
stealing
this
your
is
man.
Trash. This is Brandon. I'm leaving you for Meatball. Goodbye.
Oh my god, those were some crazy
Yeah.
times. Oh, I remember he shot me and Pickle one
Yes.
time, but like on the way to the photo shoot, I got in a car accident, but I was in full drag and I had a Jello mold that was full
I was
of
gonna say that was like the
pills.
picnic.
Yeah, it was the
thing that y'all
picnic.
did.
Yeah, we called ourselves the Deli Queens, but I had this Jello mold that was full of pill bottles, and so when I got in the accident, it shot across the car, and so the inside of my car was covered in Jello and empty bottles. And when the police came, they were like, "What's that about?" And then my friend,
And you were in drag.
I was in full drag, and I had to like
How
wait.
many times have you been hit by a car in full drag?
Well,
What?
yeah.
No, the number is not one.
Well,
Well,
guess we're never gonna know.
But can I tell you like how crazy it would be when you would go to a show? Because we were like back in the day, we were booked like a lot, and you would see Pickle, Meatball, and Trash.
It was all like the worst ones would when we would be down at Red Line because we were like, "How we gonna get home tonight?" Oh god,
What a lineup!
what a
Wow.
lineup!
Trash.
Just three nasty
True.
girls.
And you've been on that Jello mode for a while, huh?
yeah.
Yeah.
Some might say it's a problem.
I don't remember what we were talking about, but
Oh, we were
We were talking about that.
Like, so you got sober.
oh yeah.
You stayed in the house with your hot man,
And
who
was just
left
doing like
you
photo
for me
shoots.
for a little bit.
Yeah, and then
Whoop.
we circled back. And at that point, like it had kind of just become like for photo shoots and
Right.
that sort of thing. Like I wasn't performing really at all. and decided that I was like ready to like make like a character again, and that I wanted to like kind of like restart. And at that point, like auditions kind of like came up like right then, like right around that same time.
For Drag Race.
For Drag Race for 18. Like I said that I would never do it again because I auditioned for 14 and I said that would be my last one.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, like I'm going to make a character and just like play around online. Like, let's see what this like Darlene character, let's see what she's about. And why not? And auditions came up, and I remember I texted one of my friends that like works in production for another show, and I was like, oh my God, like if I do it again, like is it gonna hurt me that like I just made a new name? And he's like, I don't think they care at all. Like they are not watching you like that. And I was like, okay, fair. okay, sure. Well, I remember when I got there, like the other queens and stuff were like, you know, like, oh, like we're excited to meet you, Darlene. And I'm like, me too. Like I'm meeting her too. Like, damn. Because I think I had like done like the name change. I think in like August, September, like I like changed like my Instagram and had made that decision. And I think like auditions came around in like October, November.
Right.
So like Darlene Mitchell was literally like right before that.
She was a baby.
So it was like, boom, I'm all of a sudden on this show.
Did you?
As this character that I'm like still
because it was so new, did you feel like, well, I guess, I don't know. Was there something in the air that you were not going to go far and it just kept being a surprise that you were going far?
Literally that. So like,
because everyone was like, oh, fun.
It became like,
because you're obviously very talented and good.
It became a gag at a certain point, even for myself.
Yeah.
Like I remember like, it would be cute to get halfway.
Right.
Like it would be real cute. Like the booking fee would be cute.
Right.
You know, I would make it on some podcasts at that point.
Period.
Great. Love it. Love a halfway diva. And
then you just kept falling up.
Yeah. And I remember like it was like also like emotional for me too, because like I'm making friends with all of these girls, and like they in a way I felt like have like, not that I hadn't dedicated my life to it, just like in a different way.
Yes.
And so like watching them get eliminated and I'm sort of like feeling like I'm just sort of like feeling it out and getting to know myself.
Yeah.
That was hard because they were like I know who I am, I know what I'm about, and I'm like, I'm figuring it out.
Hamburger.
There's something really inspiring when you like see your trajectory and then you see like an Athena Dion trajectory where you're allowed you get to see both sides, and you get to see
Muggiana Dupree or the mug.
You get to see the excitement of like someone trying it out. You get to see the excitement of someone figuring out in the moment.
I think that's probably why it was so successful, because you were just like, all right, I'm just going to try this thing this time. Instead of being like, well, this is who I am and this is what I do and I'm going to go in there and be this. And then sometimes that like stunts you a little bit.
Well, it's a great life lesson.
And also it was great just watching you kind of just giggle your way through the season. Like all the other girls were like, I don't know. There would be like arguments and stuff, and you would just be like,
literally, like there were days where like it was two things like happening at the same time, where it was sort of like I knew that I was kind of like passing the test in a pretty severe way.
Yes.
But then there was also this like super emotional feeling that was like I was aware that I was not tackling the challenges like everyone else, or that I was not showing up like everyone else, and like that was really hard for me because I was like, what is going on? Like, am I supposed to believe this, that I'm like the one succeeding, or is it like my own like detriment that I'm like, you know, like we would do a runway and we would go out there and I would be like, did we get the same prompt? Because like I look like this and y'all look like that.
But
like, you know what I mean?
It is the lesson of like you're selling your own narrative.
yeah.
Because you were shifting things in a crazy way. That tinsel look
Yes.
was incredible.
Thank
and
you.
like arguably a pile of tinsel.
Yes.
But it popped the off.
With a big giant red
Everybody
wig.
loved it. Like, it was just like, okay, but work.
So you want to know some tea about that day?
Yeah.
So we had that like meeting with Michelle. Like she came in, and so like I said, I was very emotional, like especially those first few weeks, until I sort of just like really decided to just like lean into like the it. Maybe like, you know, maybe like halfway through is when I finally was just like surrendered to it and was like, whatever.
Yeah.
But it was probably like I can probably like narrow it down to like that day, because she came in and we like had a talk and things were emotional, and I don't think that made it into the episode. And then I only had my makeup, like I had foundation on, and that like I had just powdered, and Michelle calls us over.
They love to do that.
They love that.
Just look the worst. Look the worst you can
Come over
possibly
here,
look.
Casper the ghost.
I left the workroom. Like I left. I was like so hysterically crying that I left the workroom, and I didn't know if I was gonna come back in. Like I was like, I'm out. Like I'm done. And I like went out there, and like I was crying for like a while. And one of the girls that like takes care of us and whatnot, like came out there and was like calming me down or whatever. And, you know, we only get like a certain amount of time to get ready for the runway. And she's like, just go back in there. And I was like, okay. Do I get my time back? And she's like, no, Diva. Like, we're getting ready to hit the runway. So I'm like, all right, throw on this nasty oblong red lip. Like, the lashes are going on right now. Like, and so it was just this like crazy, like I was already planning on doing like a kind of kooky face, but bitch, it got kookier.
That's
because I was like, here we go. And now watching back, like I can watch that runway walk and be like, oh, I'm pissed off. Like I can watch it. I can see the attitude like in that runway that I'm like, oh, you can tell. You can tell. Yeah.
That's crazy. I want to watch it again now.
It's just, but I just think it's such a cool thing to understand that like there's not one way to be on that show, and everyone can find success in different ways.
Yeah.
Everyone can like treat that journey differently, and it's like up to you how you take it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now
She takes it well.
well, I've never seen you and Sammy Landry in the same room.
So we have tried to like get something together.
I would love to see a tour
like
of the two of you.
it would go off.
It would go crazy.
So like it was like a Canadian date. I forget what city it was, but it was gonna end up being between like I had to fly from like West Coast to Texas, and it would have been like a minimum, like it just didn't work to like fly up to Canada for a day to try to get back down to Texas. And I was like, Diva, it's just not gonna happen. But I like long for the day when we put something together, because it would go off. It would go off.
I'd be there too.
Period. If your closet needs a reset, well, Quince makes it easy to upgrade the basics.
They make everyday staples from premium materials like ultra soft organic cotton tees, Mongolian cashmere sweaters, premium denim, and tailored chinos, starting at just $60.
Wow. And I love wearing Quince because the quality is clear. I just got a new little polo. You know, I like to feel fancy when I wear my little polos. And I got some short shorts. I think the inseam might even be 5 inches.
Wait, I didn't see those.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and get me some of those too. Yeah, in these hot summer months, I've been wearing my organic cotton tees and also my linen shorts, which are amazing because they breathe and don't wrinkle.
Yeah, I've seen you in those.
Love them.
Love them.
I'm wearing them right now.
It's all about having a few incredible staples that you can build your wardrobe around.
Quince works with ethical factories, so everything is priced 50 to 80% less than, the bigger brands.
And Quince isn't just clothing. They also have hotel quality bedding, bath essentials, cookware, and travel must-haves. I got my mom a Pebble leather crossbody bag. Ooh. She wears it every day.
Upgrade your everyday. Download the Quince app for app-exclusive offers or go to quince.com/sloppy.
Get free shipping on your order and 365-day return.
Now available in Canada and the UK too. That's QUINCE.com/sloppy.
Go to quince.com/sloppy.
Get yourself some Quince. So you just got back from Australia,
down under. Yeah.
How was the roast tour and how was preparing for it?
It was like amazing. It's gonna be like a highlight like of my drag career for sure, like forever. It was really, really amazing being that like part of that lineup. At first, it was like really kind of like nerve-wracking.
Yeah,
I bet.
Especially because Willam's there. She's crazy.
It was a lineup of icons.
Raja.
And then that one guy.
And that one guy, Jane.
See, she still got a little roast in it. You still got a little roast in it. But also, you're coming fresh off the television where your roast was very notable.
Yeah.
And so you're like, people are expecting something.
So it was like
banana.
I was very aware that like everybody wanted to see the banana of it all. Like.
So you pulled her out of.
So yeah. Well, yes.
She's a married woman.
And
oh yeah, sorry.
We're not going to talk about her she-ness.
Demure. And it was like,
What'd you say?
So we're not going to talk about her she-ness.
Cut it. Go ahead.
but it was amazing. I like would go back and do that again anytime.
Yeah.
Did
I was
you-
like very nervous at first. Like I was like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know. Like it was honestly like the same feeling as like the show. Like the show, I didn't even know if I was going to interact with that bag of props. Like
Thank God you did.
Thank God I did. Like I remember sitting there like on that panel, like, you know, when we're watching everybody else go, and like looking at the exits or like being like, I'm like, okay, so if I
love that there's always a chance that Darlene's gonna
She's
run.
gonna run.
Literally that, very that.
She's gonna run. Why do you think she's in Crocs today? She's
In
hitting the
sport
road.
mode, baby.
And so like I bring that bag of props up and I'm like, I don't even know if I'm gonna do this, you know? So like in real time, it was like reading the room, knowing that those first few jokes were crickets.
Right.
And it was like, okay, well, it's what I've got in this bag, and I'm just gonna hammer it.
That.
And
so
at that
good.
point, like the girls were like falling off of their stools. And and then for me, when I get like that reaction, it just keeps getting worse and worse.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like
You're
we
like,
just
oh, you like that?
yeah. We're like, okay, we're just gonna go off. Okay. But it was kind of that same sort of feeling before the roaster where I was like, oh my God, is this going to land? Like, especially in Australia, what is their sense of humor? Like,
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
it's
what?
upside down and
Yeah.
backwards.
Yeah.
They do that.
So I'll fit right in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so did you do the props for the?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah,
Is there a way we could watch it, or is it like?
I do have a recording of the full thing. I haven't decided like what to do with it. Like,
Okay.
should I start, like, do you know, like the like Patreon situation or start my own little
Those
YouTube
exist.
thing, or I don't
Do
even
the
know.
Patreon. Force people to pay you to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Put up a paywall.
Keep
Put up a
being
paywall.
mysterious.
Stay behind the wall.
Yeah, just
That's-
make it a low lift, but they'll pay.
Yeah.
They'll pay $2 to go see
Three,
it.
five.
5.
That's something that like I feel like I'm still like figuring out is like what the content situation.
because you haven't
is
really
like.
had time. Like,
No.
you got off the
Exactly.
show and then
Months.
immediately started touring and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
the
crazy.
biggest
We'll,
thing.
we'll circle back 2027.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
biggest thing that we all see as people like come and go and do whatever as far as content goes is like consistency is really what it is. Like just keep doing
Yeah,
it because then
yeah.
people will be like, oh, I need my Darlene fix. It's Friday
Yeah.
or whatever.
But that's hard.
It's very hard. You have to be like dedicated and you also have to not put too much pressure,
Yeah.
which you're good at.
Can I say
just like
that
going
also
for
like
it.
over the years, you have also been like very, very inspiring just as far as like queens in LA.
Oh, God.
Like,
Come
I'm
on,
so
sing her
old.
praises.
Because and I remember like I've even told like we were talking about like queens in our like local scene when we were there, and I remember mentioning you because you have always like just like kept pushing like
Yeah.
higher and higher, and like you're always on something or you're always seen or doing something. So that's
Thank you. I think I have ADHD.
Yeah.
I gotta put that wig on again, though. I promise I'm gonna start wearing wigs again soon.
No, it's really impressive. Like, you know, when you think about you've been on certain TV shows
Mhm.
that we remember the name of.
Pretty smart.
That's right.
Celebrity Family Feud.
But you're always doing a party or starting something new, or like anytime we talk about like, oh, remember that party, and she'll be like, yeah, I helped launch that party,
Yeah.
or yeah, I hosted that party. I used to judge that competition.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
like,
especially like talking about like coming from like that group of like girls when
Yes.
like
Oh,
at
the little-
exposure, and it's like you were always like out in front launching something else, doing something
pretending
else.
to
So,
be
like,
Oprah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that
Bread!
Bread.
I love
Bread!
bread!
I think the thing about exposure was that it really did like put us to work for free. But
For free. Yeah.
But we knew like every
It's
Monday.
in the name of the show. It's for exposure.
Just give me $20.
No,
But we were there
the
like
bar needs that money.
every single Monday, and there was like a different theme. So it was like, how could you get your shit together in a week? And now it's like, I think that just was like training for the future.
No.
And then also, I thought when I got the door girl job at Daddy Issues, I was like, that's it.
Yep.
Baby, I've made it.
Yeah.
But
I'm
you-
going to sit here and count money. Now, here is the problem with that. I'm real bad at math.
And what was
And
the cover?
The cover was $7. And I was like, give me a 5 or a 10. Like,
Yeah.
not 7. So I
You're
was
just
there
letting
being like,
people slide
7.
for like
A couple times I just gave them the wrong change back and I was gotta look at them and be like, is that right?
Are you gonna argue with me?
Will you
Are you
figure
gonna
that
argue?
out?
One
or-
time some guy gave me a 20 and I go, I'm just not doing that. Thank you, go.
Go.
My favorite thing that I remember from Daddy Issues is there was a video of you interviewing people at that party.
Mm-hmm. Icon.
That is the joke.
Go for it, tell it.
No, that's it. I was just saying I love that.
I walked up to a girl and I said, well, it was a guy at the time. And I said, what's your name? And they said, Icon. And I went, no, white people. And I walked away. Turns out it was Icon Lewis.
Oh, Icon Lewis. Okay.
She's now like a big deal drag queen here.
So I gave her a lot of my like a bin, like bins and bags of like wigs and like whatnot. And I think that was like after I came back
To
from
donate?
the race, and I like went back and I was like, who is like who can I give this to? And I remember my very first gig after doing Drag Race was back at Exposure.
Shut up.
I went, yeah, it was after filming, so I had just filmed Drag Race, and like we're not supposed to talk about it or anything.
Right.
And I was there with Eureka O'Hara. And Icon Lewis.
Amazing.
And,
That's so funny.
And yeah, I got to know her a little bit, and she, I told her that my name used to be Trash, and she was like, "Oh my God!" She was like, "Multiple people have told me that like that I remind them of
she
this
really
of this
does.
queen named Trash."
Oh.
And she was like, "I tried searching everywhere, and I could not find anything. Like your Instagram handle is gone." And I was like, "Well, ta-da!" And so that like started something, and I was like, you know what? Like I have like a bin of like old drag and everything that like I need to get rid of,
Amazing.
and come get it. So like
Now-
she got all that. So
Are the old trash videos on the Exposure YouTube account still?
they probably still are.
Oh,
Whoop,
God.
everybody's got a little
Probably
homework,
still-
it seems
They
like.
probably still are.
So, do you feel famous now?
Like, no.
Okay.
I feel
That's
like
crazy because when we were in the Delta Lounge, 2 people came up to you and were like,
Yeah.
"Hey, big fan,"
Yeah.
and I just had to
But
sit
she
and
is
watch.
so genuine,
Yeah.
Midwestern, nice.
it's so
that like you're
strange.
like, these are my friends.
And it's still, especially, I think a huge part of it has to do with like so long not performing.
Right.
Like, especially when I go to cities that I've never been and I go and do these like local gigs, like as the like girl from Drag Race.
Right.
I almost like still feel like intimidated, or that like, I don't know, like I'm just as nervous around the other queens because I'm like, I don't know. You know,
Yeah.
does that make
You're
Makes
sense?
like, you're
I
like,
still get that way,
Darlene is
too.
2 years old. But I'm
Yes,
brand new.
yeah. And they're like, I feel like, because they're looking at me in a certain way, and
Yeah.
I'm sort of like, diva, I don't know.
It's me every time I get booked at like some city pride or something, and I'm like, "Why am I here? Like, no one here knows who I am.
Yeah.
Why am I
The
here?"
promoter loves you or
Yeah.
listens to the podcast, and then they're like, headliner, Meatball. Except
And then I
every
get and I
time
go,
they cheer and they
"Oh,
love you.
no. What
They
am I
love
gonna
you.
do?"
Or like Instagram followers and that sort of thing. Like when I like if I look at like, you know, somebody like an influencer I used to follow, or like
Yes.
a makeup artist or something that like in my mind, like I were like, oh, they are like, they're
Legit,
huge.
yeah.
And then now I will like look at their follower count and I'm like, wow, like I have
I
like exceeded that, but it's not a feeling. Like I
Yeah.
don't feel that. I don't like it. So it's weird.
Yeah.
It's still weird territory.
I guess it's interesting because it's also like you put yourself out there and you were chosen to go on a massive global smash hit
Yes.
program, and then
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just doing me.
Yeah.
And
I'm
then-
just doing Miley.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But that's cool. I mean, that's probably the best attitude to have, because if you went
Yeah,
on there
don't let
and
it
you
go
were
to your
like,
head.
Woo!
Yeah.
Watch out now. What did those ladies do to you in Alabama? They were not happy with
Oh,
your chest
they were
hair.
not having me at all. Bebobs. I went in and they were all. It's the queens of like the South, you
Yes.
know, and they are. Wait, was that Mississippi? Where was that?
Mobile.
Mobile, Alabama.
That's right. I walked in and they were all like, "Well, I'm Mrs. Blah blah blah, Miss this county." Like they all had titles from
Yeah.
pageants. And I walked in and I was like, "Well, I'm Meatball and I've got chest hair." And they were sitting in there just smoking cigarettes, staring at me like, "Oh, good luck." Like they hated it.
Yeah.
You ever get that?
I was supposed to be at Bebop's.
Oh, yeah.
And then it was
It's
like
such a great club to be
I
at.
think like they ended up having like the night before they ended up having, I think it was like AC or plumbing or electrical or like something went out, and they were like, we gotta
All the smoke in that dressing room.
but like those kind of queens, those
They scare the shit out
they
of me.
scare the shit out of me. But like I will like always try to like win them over so severely.
Well,
'cause at the end of the
But
night,
it
because
wasn't
they try
working for
so hard. to hate
Yeah.
every single person that's around. You know what I mean?
One of
Like,
them TV girls, aren't you?
yeah.
But then
And
at the
I'm
end of the night, if they give you like a little tip and they say, you really ate that out there, sis.
And I'm like, I gotcha. I gotcha. I
Yours
gotcha.
is so impossible to not like. It's crazy.
You're very likable. Let's talk about being sober. Oh, you don't want to?
It's fine. No, let's talk about it.
Yeah. Get your last drinks in now, Diva.
This is an intervention.
As you're out
Who did
here,
that wig?
We've got something
Who
to
did
tell
that
you.
wig?
This wig,
Who did that
no, it wasn't. This one wasn't Fina. It was
Ah,
James Mansfield.
period.
Yeah.
Love
I would
that.
steal
She has
that.
been rolled in a ball, stuffed in a bag. So this was actually the same wig that I wore for my beige runway. Do you remember the runway that had the big
Yes.
Oh,
shoulder?
That
yes.
was so good.
But I think I wore it like backwards or sideways. Like at that, I tell you, like there was a time filming that TV show where I literally was just like, I don't care.
Girls all came in with their wigs on a head, and you just pulled out a bag.
We're getting ready for that runway, and like I just like popped this wig on, and like it was sideways, and I looked in the mirror and I was like,
Kinda.
kinda. I don't know.
I love that.
I think it's gonna stay.
It is so, that is so inspiring to have that kind of an attitude.
You psychopath.
That kind of an attitude on such a huge, like where people break from the pressure and you're like, sideways.
Like
Hit
I
the
literally,
runway.
Almost like her eyes are on the exit all day.
Yeah, but that's
I literally
fine.
could have thrown it in the air and it landed on my head. And I was like,
love
let's go to the runway.
It's just amazing. I
Yeah,
aspire
who did
to
a
that.
lot of? Fina did a bunch of your wigs, right?
Fina did a handful, and James, she didn't know because I bought them from her website.
Wow.
But she did, I think like
quite
3 or 4. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Outfitters wigs did a few.
Like clock,
Hollywood staple.
Hollywood's
Hollywood staple.
love a hollow wig.
There was a mix up with my entry wig. It did not arrive. So I had to, I was like, okay, I need to get this hair
Now.
like now, like in 2 days. And I like went to,
BB?
Tony. Do you know Tony at Hollywood Wigs?
No, I don't really go there anymore.
okay.
I just use Fina.
Okay. And
They
I
did me
went
dirty.
there and I
They've
was
done me
like,
dirty a couple times, but now I think there's like new people there.
there's you get like a loose interpretation sometimes.
Yeah, so
you
I
gotta
sent
be
them a
you gotta be like
Beyonce.
down for like the creative vision.
Yeah.
You know, you're just loosely telling them an idea.
You get it and you're like,
they kind of
oh,
do whatever they want.
Okay.
Yeah, one time
Sure.
I wanted like a Beyonce like curly big wig, and what I got back was straight, and it was just like straight up and straight back, and I was like, so, yeah, here's your $300. This is exactly what I wanted.
Ooh.
But Fina turns it out.
Fina always does. Yeah,
Fina did.
I
quite
just
a
gave
few.
her like 2 days to make me 3 wigs, and she hammered them out. They look good too.
Period.
I think we have the same one that's like the big blonde and the
huge,
long
with the
and then
long
it's
in the back.
long. I literally tried it on, and I was like, should I message Meatball and tell her that we both need to wear this wig when I come on the
Twins!
It's in my car.
Really?
Have you done Fat Slut?
No.
No. What are you doing on the 21st?
Let's do it.
Party.
I'll put a hot dog in my butt.
There
No,
you
you can
go.
just do one number. You can do the Venga bus or whatever.
Okay.
That'll be a fun one.
Do
I'll
you-
message you separately. We'll
Okay.
talk money.
I'll
Let's
take
do
my
it.
answer off the air.
Yeah.
Do
So
you
what's this about you stealing from the bear community?
Oh,
Because you have a CPAP machine?
huge life update.
Wow.
Sleep apnea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
You didn't know?
it was like bad headaches, and I was like almost like getting like very like nauseous, and we couldn't figure out like where these headaches were coming from.
Whoa.
And the doctor was like throwing me like all of these like migraine medications, and nothing was happening. And it was just a bunch of different symptoms, feeling just kind of like groggy all day. And my sister
notes,
my
sister.
sister and my dad both have sleep apnea.
Okay.
So I was like,
And your
I was like,
husband didn't
no,
just likes your
like,
snoring,
and terrible snoring. Like I am like so loud, like it will like shake the house.
and he's like,
And
I love you.
Yeah, he's just out.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
But I was telling my sister about like all of these like, you know, symptoms that I was having, and I never thought that there was going to be like an overlap between all of it. And she was like, this isn't too far off from like what I was experiencing. Like ask your doctor for a sleep test. And sure enough, it was like I don't remember like how many disturbances like in one night's sleep. Like it was that thing where you had to like stick to your chest.
Oh, wow.
You do it at home though.
Yeah, you do it at
Okay.
home. And then ship it off in the mail, and then they get back to you, you know, if you need to get a machine or whatever. And so all of this was happening as we were heading out to do that top 4 tour. So like, and your sleep is awful. Like those first few nights, I had to cancel one of the like very first shows. I think it was San Francisco, because like we hadn't got sleep. And I remember like telling the people that were doing that tour, I was like, if I don't get sleep, like it's awful for me. Like I will be sick. And sure enough, like I had like a terrible migraine. I threw up like right before the show. And I was like, I cannot do this. And then we literally like got the machine like sent to me on the tour so I could do the rest of the tour with my CPAP. And it has changed my life insanely.
Wow.
Should we do it?
I think the reason we haven't done is we're nervous for the results. And then
we
we
both
have to
know we have sleep apnea.
And then we have to sleep with a robot on our face.
Yeah, I don't want to sleep with a robot on my face. How do you do that?
So I was like nervous at first. And the first couple nights were tricky. And there's different kinds of masks too. So like I have one, I started with the one that's like my like mouth and goes right up under my nose. But now I use the one that's like it's called a nasal pillow.
Okay.
Ooh.
You have a pillow for your base. You can have a pillow for your nasal.
Have a small pillow for
and
my
it's
base.
just right under my nose.
Oh, and it just blows.
And it blows.
Air.
And honestly, like it will just like knock you out. Like once you get
but
used
I sleep
to
on
it.
my stomach.
Oh, that's gonna be hard. That's gonna be hard.
Hard for you, babe.
Tricky.
Ooh, girl.
But
Ooh.
honestly,
I
I
guess
was
give
never.
up. So just give up.
Kill yourself.
Yeah, I think.
But
that's
honestly,
what it
I
is.
was never like much of like a back sleeper. Like I was always like either halfway like on my stomach or like on my side.
Yeah, because you were tooting your ass up.
And
Brandon!
and now I can like sleep on my back like just fine. It's crazy.
Sleep apnea queen.
Yeah.
Good for
Bear
you.
community.
You want to come to our bear party?
Yeah, come to our bear party.
Yeah.
You can walk around with
I'll
the
do it.
machine
I'll do
on.
it. Can I do a CPAP number?
Yes.
Can I?
You know what? We'll book you to nap. We'll book you to nap.
There's a special room that you can just take a nap in.
Just with the machine, full drag.
It'll be
glam nap.
like a meet and greet where you can come get a picture of Darlene napping
Napping.
with her CPAP. Yeah.
And we can book Nymphia and she can just text. So
Yeah.
she'll text and you'll sleep.
Damn, whacker.
Damn, get her, girl.
Whacker.
Whack that bitch
The
up.
silence in the room was loud.
That's crazy.
Is winning a curse? Is Mikey Meeks miserable?
I think winning can be a curse.
Yeah.
This
Jane
fandom,
Doan came
That's
on
what
this
Jane
program
said,
and she was
too.
like, yeah, I'm good.
this fandom is wild.
Yeah.
Right?
Is wild. Like I remember, and I think like when unfortunately, I think it's because like when you get eliminated
Yeah.
or when you don't win, you get that like win a challenge. You don't, you get the sort of outpouring of love from fans when something
Right.
like that happens. So like when you win, like, you know, maybe a challenge where they say somebody was robbed or you win the whole show, I don't think you necessarily get that sort of like outpouring of love that you get when you like just have recently got the chop, or like especially Jane. I remember for she got eliminated the night before my wedding. And so she flies in from doing a gig in
Viewing
Vegas.
party, right?
And I remember like I just like went straight up to her and I gave her a hug and I was like, "Are you okay? Like, are you okay to be here? Are you fine?" And she's like, "This is the best I have been." Like, she's like, the love that has like come for me from getting eliminated, like where has that been all season? So I think that might have like a little bit to do with it. Just this fandom is
Well, and
wild.
people love an underdog and they love to be outraged because
Yes.
we have no control over so many of the big things in our lives right now. Like, we can talk about the hellscape that it is to live in this world and in this country, and we're bombarded by so much information. And it's like, if we really start paying attention to things that we don't have control over, we're like, oh no, the billionaires, and oh no, healthcare, and oh no, global warming, and like all of this crazy shit. And so it's like, oh, I can get someone's attention and I can be upset about a decision. So I'm going to be like, I loved her because she lost and they were robbed, and you for winning. And it feels like a little power grab or some sort of control.
And I think people forget, like, how accessible we still are.
Bro.
Like
You can
even
find
though
you at the
we've-
Delta Lounge.
Yeah. And like we see all of our messages. We see the things we're tagged in. Like, yes, we were on TV and yes,
This makes me think about that Valentina moment on the season 9 reunion.
Oh yeah, girl, we're all on the bus watching you read every
I
single
see
comment. I see you
Shay
scrolling.
I
through
see
it.
you scrolling through
Shay,
every
you seem
single
very
comment.
upset. I'm not upset.
Woo.
Yep.
You see it all.
You see it all. So like, yeah, it can be a hellscape in
be a
itself.
lot.
If I was on tour with those girls, I'd be going through hearting every single negative one, being like, "You see how I like that?"
Yeah, that's Briar.
You see it like that?
That's Briar.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Oh, she
really?
is such a little.
Is our troll. Briar is our troll. She what a gift. What a gift of a woman.
They really tried to make her a villain, but everyone just like absolutely.
Everyone thought it was
loved
funny.
her
I know.
antics. I was like, I think it's funny what you.
So
guys
like,
did.
and that's like very much like how it is like in person too. Like she will just like push every single button you have, but like in a way that like you still want to like be around her, or like you still, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and
I
that,
know what
that
you
did
mean.
not come across
Shut up,
in like,
fatty.
yeah,
There you go. My best
that did
friend.
not come across. I feel like in what they were trying to edit her
Yeah.
as, and then
Do
we
you-
all saw how that went down.
Do you feel when she fell down?
Oh yeah, down
That's what you
literally.
mean.
It
Yeah.
had that one
Little tiny
little
little hole in her
little hole in her crotch.
Do you feel like a strong sisterhood with your cast?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think, and that's like something that I feel like is different when we do shows with like girls from previous seasons. They're always like, all right, so like what other group chats are going, or who has gotten kicked off the group chat, or blah blah blah. And we're like, ours is still like, all of us are still in it. Like
Yeah.
unless I'm the one that's not in this. They're like, we don't want Darlene in it. But we're all
It's called
like,
Lace Fronts, the other chat. You're not invited.
yeah.
Bag of wigs.
Yeah. But yeah, we're all still very close.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Who went home first?
Didi Fuego.
Didi
Didi
Fuego, the
Fuego.
Betsy Johnson
Betsy Johnson.
ambassador.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wow,
huh?
I know.
From our
Beautiful
she was
shoes.
she was
I
in my
didn't
girl group.
realize that
Beautiful shoes.
I didn't realize that she was that viral clip at the Snapchat headquarters.
Oh yes,
of
with like
queen-
the skirt
little-
changing.
It's like a
Yes.
muslin
And then the-
skirt.
Can you imagine? We could have had that runway. We could have had
and the hair in
Yeah.
that video is
Yeah.
crazy.
We could have had that runway.
I apparently hosted Drag Race with Didi Fuego one time at 9 Bill.
Oh, like a viewing
yeah,
party.
viewing party.
I
Yeah.
apparently
I don't remember it.
$9
the
bill.
dark liquor.
It was me did that dirty liquor. No, I don't remember it in the sense that like I don't remember her being there. I remember it was like me and Robin Fierce and then some other girl. But I was like, why is
Yeah.
she?
Yeah.
Didi
She's on
Fuego.
the show.
Didi
Yeah.
Fuego.
Beautiful, beautiful girl.
Beautiful shoes. We all got a pair of the Didi-
Betsy Johnsons?
Yeah, the Betsy Johnson.
They came in your
um,
size?
Yeah,
Whoa.
they came in queen size. She got us all.
How did you feel about all of that conversation about your shoes? It just was like so much.
They had to pick something.
It was just like, girl, those are the shoes she brought.
Yeah.
I literally had I did not expect that to be
It was
like
such a
point in
thing.
conversation at all. But literally, I did have like 5 or 6 different colors and the boot version. I did my talent show.
Well,
was
you
in
love
the boots.
the
that-
Treese Royale,
Yeah,
inspired by
yeah.
the shoe.
And I remember it was the runway, the wholesome to fulsome
Oh,
runway.
I'm pissed.
That's what the yellow pair were for.
right.
And
It's right
there.
hello, dude, connected. Like I remember like getting ready for that runway, and like I was asking Mikey, and I was like, "These are the shoes that are for this look. Like, what do I do? Like, it's either this or a pair of like clear
Right,
pleasers."
pleasers.
And she's like, "You have to wear the clear pleasers."
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, I'm not like I'm just not gonna do that. I can't. I'm not gonna wear like a crystal clacker with this outfit. Like, no. So then I literally went back that night to our trailers and spray painted a pair of my heels and then painted the yellow drips because I was like, if I wear these yellow shoes,
Right.
they're gonna get me. But and then at that point, it kind of just became a joke. And then I was like, well, I'm still here, so like it's what I have. So I'm gonna,
Yeah.
That's one of the things that I don't really like is that they're always like they'll judge you on it like there's something you can do about it. Like
Exactly.
if this is what I came with, I'm sorry. Like
exactly.
you can't be like you need to elevate your shoe game. It's like you want to take me to Ross? Like
Yeah.
what do you want to do, babe?
And especially toward the end, I was there with everybody that was like tiny.
Right.
And I was like, I'm not borrowing from anybody here.
Nothing fits.
So-
Rue, you got some shoes I can borrow?
Yeah. Yeah.
Some old Iron Fists.
Remember those?
Remember the Iron Fist shoes?
What is that?
She had a shoe line, and they were like drag shoes.
I think Iron Fist was a line, and they did a RuPaul collection.
Okay.
Around like season 4 or 5. It was
Okay.
like part of the
package.
Yeah.
That was like part of the winnings.
Or no, it was part of the like promo for the season.
Oh,
It was,
got
like,
it.
and RuPaul's shoes.
like a bunch of them were wearing them.
Yeah.
So recently you were on tour in Australia. I know we've already talked about it, but you were there with my nemesis, Nicole Paige Brooks.
Bum, bum,
Can you tell us anything about her behavior or antics?
Because her
or-
husband was there, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Babe!
Bag!
Babe!
Bag!
Babe!
Bag!
Babe, what time is it?
Why is she your arch nemesis? Can
She
I
knows
know
what
that?
she did.
She knows what she did. Wow.
She took the microphone out of her hand.
she didn't take the microphone out of my hand. She had her own microphone. And she wouldn't shut the up at my first fat slut in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
She was our
Yes.
guest. And I was trying to explain the rules, and she was on a different mic being like, someone get me a vodka soda. I'll need a vodka soda. And then she laid down across the front of the stage and was like, can someone go to the bar and get me a vodka? And I was like, turn her mic off. Just turn it off. Just turn the mic off.
Well, that was the same show where Silky was just in the back on FaceTime.
On
the entire
FaceTime.
time?
No, that was the next night because we
Oh.
went to that Pride thing. And Silky, not that Ganache, is the headliner, and she's just sitting on FaceTime in the dressing room, like just talking to somebody. And we kept on being like, hey, like we wanted to come say hi. And she's like, yeah. And then she just puts it down, and the other person is still on it, and she just has a full conversation with us for like 10 to 15 minutes.
It was crazy.
It was crazy
Yeah.
behavior.
That was a fun time.
Anyway, what was she like backstage, and what was she drinking?
She was great. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, from the tour, she was like I would say like the biggest surprise that like I walked away being like, oh, that's my like
Yeah.
that.
I
like
actually do really like her, too.
she was.
And
I retract it all. I take it
I was
all.
like, no,
I
I still joke about her being my nemesis, but like I'm working with her this Friday, and the person that was like throwing the event called me, and they was like, "So we know how you feel about her,
but
but we
very
do
much
want to
like
make sure that like you're okay if we book her." And I was like, "Yes, we're fine. We like hang out.
It's
good."
very much like a toddler that's like just like up to their antics.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And it's like she's not gonna stop.
No.
No.
Like just
That's
like
a grown-up.
don't
She's
look in that
set in her
direction and she
ways.
will wear herself out. Like it's just like
just running in circles.
What was your best Nicole Paige Brooks joke from the rose?
So every night, so like one of the props that I had, do you know those like irrigation thing, like the little like plastic like clear balls that you like stick into the soil that like hold the water?
Oh, sure.
Where it's like skinny, like it looks
Yeah,
like
a douche.
Yes, it looks very much like a douche. So I had one of those, and I was like, Nicole Paige Brooks, people have been saying a lot about us, you know, comparing us a lot, and I can kind of see it. If things for me got a little methy, crack pipe! And then I would throw the crack pipe to her, and she would catch it and light it up. Crack pipe!
Crack pipe! It's so good.
I feel like you've invented a new joke structure.
That's just punchline.
Yeah, literally just jump just jump straight to it.
Did she have any good jokes of her own?
So there was one night, so she was one of the ones that it was more in the delivery, I would say, just because you're just like you're getting the whole Nicole Paige Brooks experience,
MPBFAG?
and it was just like mwah. Like the jokes, maybe not, but who am I to judge? Because
Get her, Jade.
look at mine. But there was one night where because we were having trouble with people staying on time,
Sure.
and she might have been one of those.
Mhm.
And there was one night in one of the cities, instead of cutting jokes, she literally gets up to the mic, keeps the set as is, and reads everything as fast as she possibly can. No breaks between jokes.
Because famously, comedy doesn't require
just
timing.
No.
Just
It's like on you in the audience. To be like,
Yeah,
yeah. Okay.
literally.
Okay. No, next one.
Oh, and then,
it started and we were all like bracing, like white knuckling the table, being
But
like,
honestly, that
what
is
is
so
happening?
funny.
And by the end, everyone was howling. Like everyone was howling.
no, that just
She
makes
was-
me
she
want
was
to watch
great.
that Derek
No, there's
Barry
a video of Willam kicking someone out of the roast.
Yes,
What
mama.
the f- happened there?
You had a talkative crowd, didn't you?
Yes.
They were yappy?
So there were a few cities where they were yappy. And that audience specifically, there was someone in my set that I didn't mind because I felt like they were more so like hyping me up, but they kept like interjecting or like, you know, beating me to like my line.
Oh, hate that.
And I wasn't really noticing it that much, but Willam at that point was like, shut up, like, you know, quit doing that. And like, we know you love her, you know, but stop. And
jealousy is a disease.
Yeah. And then I think it was during her, someone was interjecting her.
Yes.
And she was like, oh, I'm not having it at all. And then they started like getting into it a little bit. And then I don't know, it just like progressed past that. And she was like, if like you're not gonna let me tell the joke, I'm gonna kick you out. And then that girl like said something back, and Willam was like, oh, no, you're not gonna talk back. Like, no. So then literally was like, you have to go.
Yeah.
And then we just like sat there and waited because security was like, well, what do we do? Like, does she go
Willam
or does
posted
she not
the
go?
whole thing, and like the thing that
I need to watch it.
the thing that I respect about that whole situation is Willam was like, you can come back in when I'm done, but you are not going to be in here when I'm going. And that's my right as a performer because I've given you so many warnings.
Yeah.
So I was like, at least there was like a boundary with what she did. But she was like, she stood her ground and was funny about it. Like, it was uncomfortable. Like, it's amazing because in the video, you can see the entire stage. All the queens are going, what?
Literally
okay?
there's a photo, like someone like took a photo of like it's like the nastiest like look on Willam's face, and literally right behind her is Art Simone just fully
what?
just back of the wig.
Yes.
Just like I'm
So
clocked
funny.
out.
Oh
But she was like, you can come back in when I'm done, but I'm not performing for
doing
you.
this. You're not
That's
doing this to
crazy.
me.
It's crazy. It's also
I
like
want
when
to kick someone out.
you do all the time. You're drunk, you can't remember? When you go, hey,
Shut the f-
this is my party. Get out of here.
I did that last night at someone. But the bar was really small when I was hosting it, and she kept turning around and talking full volume to her friends, and I was like, shut the f- up.
Cut to. I want to do that. I want to do that to
I
somebody.
didn't kick her out. I just
That
told her to
sounds
shut. I was
nice.
like, when I talk to you, shut the f- up.
So,
What's the future for Darlene?
yeah.
10 years
Ooh,
from now.
10 years from now.
A bustling Patreon.
Yeah, a bustling Patreon. Yeah.
Starring at what's Dolly Parton's amusement park called?
Dollywood.
Headlining show at Dollywood.
Yes. Oh my God, a dream.
What do you like?
A
What do you
dream.
imagine? What are your aspirations? What do you want to do?
So something that happened on the show is that like I learned so much about like what I mean that I was like capable of. Like,
Right.
and as far as like sketch, acting, like comedy, like that's something that I never really incorporated into my drag like at all. Or even really just like being like my like authentic self, I would say like was not really in my drag that much as far, because I always thought I was like serving down. Like I was always
you know
like
what? In a sense, you were.
yeah. Yeah. And then like I remember sorry to segue. I remember like right after filming, my management was like, can we get some photos of your big smile or like some videos of your laugh and like that was not something I ever did. So like we didn't
Like,
have
I can give
photos.
you these.
Yeah, I was like, I was mugging in all of our photos, and I was like, I don't know what is about to be on TV because like, and even Brandon, like when it aired and like saw like me excelling in like the comedy challenges and acting and just like cutting up and being a fool, like he was like, I don't know that person.
Wow.
Like I don't know that queen.
It's like what
Yeah,
Raja
it's
posted. Are you the
'cause-
queen that poses like Meatball? Are you queen that poses like Crystal
yeah,
Versace?
yeah. And I've been on both ends of the spectrum.
Yes.
Yeah, because you were always like sexy. You were always in a black panty and a,
Yeah, always a panty.
It was
Just any
panty and a shirt.
anything with a panty.
God, we used to get away with murder.
We used to do drag.
Wait, that voice note you sent me was real?
I did kill a man once.
But in the future, let's move on from that. We'll circle back.
I don't need to talk about it.
In the future, I think like more of that. I would like to like explore
Yeah.
more of that and like potentially like TV or like a one-woman show or really try the like, I don't know, acting, comedy, sketch,
Yeah.
something like that.
I would
I
see a
would-
one-woman show from you. That would be
Yes.
so fun.
Yeah, I would really love that.
It would be exciting to me. You know, there's a lot of people making like sketches on Instagram and those sort of turn into other things.
Yes.
It would be really fun to like be watching those and you pop up.
Yeah,
I think you would eat that up.
Yeah,
Don't you think?
I do think so.
Eat it up.
Darlene, you got anything you want to promote right now?
Ooh. And let's see, when is that? In October, we're doing a top 3 European tour.
Hell yeah!
Dang.
So I mean, you got to go to Europe. European fans, you'll be there.
And that top 3 was
Nene
Quiz.
Coco, Mikey Meeks,
Yes.
and Darlene.
Yes.
period.
She's
and
alive.
Athena Dion.
She's alive. I wish, bitch. I would take her everywhere.
Well, she could
I
take
would
you
take-
You
around.
really like her,
Greece.
huh?
Oh, I sign up for the Athena Dion.
She stays on the
show.
stream, doesn't she?
She
She
is
do lives all the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. She is the show that was one that
You
got,
worked with her.
and she's gonna leave it at that. She's gonna
Yeah,
leave
and
it at
that's
that.
it. Yeah. So that seems like a beautiful tour.
Yeah.
If you
She's
go to
just like-
Amsterdam, you gotta buy tickets to the
we are in Amsterdam.
You gotta get tickets to the Anne Frank house early.
Okay.
Also, might I suggest the ABBA Museum?
Okay.
Very good time.
That's in Amsterdam?
Yes.
That's the one with the holograms at
Yeah.
it, right?
Okay.
You can dance with ABBA. Me and Nina West went to it. It was so fun.
Oh, fierce.
She was a little bit more into it than I was. And then she stole my cab home. Wait a damn minute.
Yeah. And then November, December on the Murray and Peter a Drag Queen Christmas.
You're doing
tour.
Christmas tour.
Yes. Yeah.
I love that show.
Do you have any
I think-
idea of what kind of number you're gonna do?
I think I might bring back my iconic
Mrs. Claus.
Snatch Game character of Mrs. Claus.
Yeah, well,
You just see the gun.
yeah, I don't know.
Can I tell you, Snatch Game? Oh my god! It literally.
Because that was the dating one. And also, that was the one when Mia Starr did Bloody Mary. Remember
And
that?
none of y'all
And
wanted
you know that put
None
me.
of y'all wanted to help her.
And for my sake, that put me at so much ease
Yes.
because I was like, well, I'm doing better than that.
Well,
But I could not, like, there was a point where I was like, I know I'm not gonna stack up to Jane's comedy. And
Sure.
Nene is knocking it out of the park.
right.
And no one saw that coming. Let's be real. And I was just like, you know what? I'm here and I'm just gonna laugh at my funny friends. Like I whatever happens. I don't like whatever. And because I'm not gonna be able to hold my laugh in anyway. So like I might as well just like be here and have a good time.
And now
And-
you get to trot that iconic character around on a
You should
tour.
just
I
do
kid
Mrs.
you
Claus
not.
to the laughing track.
I kid you not. There was a moment. My wig was in my lap. Like I fully was just like I'm clocked out. Like I'm
Safe.
I'm out.
That's so funny.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Enjoy
Well,
that tour. We'll be there.
we'll be there.
Put us on the list.
Yeah. Down.
Well, Darlene, thank you for being here. And thanks everyone for watching on our YouTube channel. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and make sure to hit the notification, ring that bell so you get notifications every week. We have a new video on Friday.
Every Friday. Yeah, and if you want to stick around and get sick with us, you got to sign up for the Patreon, you dumb.
That's right. Mom Plus Gold. That's where we're going to get sick.
For full uncensored episodes with no commercials. Come on, you got money.
And
Send it to me.
And you want to hear us cuss.
Like that. Or like this. Feed the birds.
Oh. Mom.
Maybe I should do one with a British accent.